Hey guys, this is Brandon with Confident Man, and today I got a different question on my last response video. I think the last one I did was about how to deal with rejection. So I got a comment on that one, which you can see right here, and what he's asking is, so he's been applying to jobs, and he hasn't been having a lot of luck doing that. So he's feeling kind of down and doesn't know how to deal with that feeling of being useless, the feeling that comes inside of you when you feel you're not good enough. So that's the question we're going to address in this video, and hopefully this helps him out and helps you guys out there dealing with the same thing. So starting off, first things first is, why do you feel like that? Why does that feeling come up? Human beings are creatures that are really hierarchy based. So what that means is, if you're at the top of a dominance hierarchy, you'll feel better than someone who's at the bottom of a dominance hierarchy, because you have more resources, so to speak, when you're at the top than when you're at the bottom. For example, if you're rich, and then you deal and problems, come your way, it'll be hard to deal with, but the state you'll be in wouldn't be as bad as someone who's poor dealing with that exact same set of problems. When you're at the bottom of a dominance hierarchy, it means that you're really clinging right there. You're like clinging to all you can get, and you'll be way more susceptible to negative emotion. So that's kind of why we get that bad feeling. It's just because nothing is certain for us when we are at the bottom of a hierarchy. It doesn't matter what it is. Same thing with grades, job standings, social standings, doesn't matter. If you're not in the middle where the average is, and if you're in the bottom of that, you will feel like things are not, together. Things are not where you want them to be. So let's say you're in that state. You're at the bottom of a dominance hierarchy. What can you do? First thing is, you have to accept where you are, because if you don't, any solution you make will not have the right direction. You got to be humble enough to say that, alright, I'm not good at this. This is where I am. So, because that's the only place you can start to actually make solutions that will help you. It's similar to a guy who's never worked out in his life, coming to a gym and expecting to be able to lift as much as the average gym goer. So let's say the average person lifts 50 pounds, alright? And then a person can only lift 20 pounds, or even, maybe less than that, maybe just 10 pounds. And he comes to the gym expecting to be able to lift as much as the people who go there regularly. And so he starts, swinging around the 40, 45 pounds, 50 pound weights, so he doesn't look lower than the rest of the people there. And of course, this is anyone who goes to the gym knows that this is a really bad strategy, because one, it doesn't help you. Two, you can get injured. And three, you're not getting as much benefits from the workout as you would if you actually started where you were supposed to start. So the first step is to know where you are and accept where you are. So you can make a solution based on that location. Alright? So the second step is, now you found where you are. Alright, and that's your comfort zone. That's your sweet spot. The next step will be to slowly try and expand that. Alright? So it's like you have a domain of things that you know and understand. And this should stuff that comes easily to you that you don't have to try hard to do. Alright? And then there are things outside that domain that you also have to learn to get to where you want to get to. So what you need to do is, rather than start targeting things way outside your comfort zone, way outside your domain of expertise, just work on things on the edge. Work on things that are just on the boundary of that comfort zone. This is actually a very good way to improve at anything. Doesn't matter what it is. For instance, imagine you wanted to be a doctor. Alright, let's say you're a high school student and you want to be a doctor. Yeah, you can start preparing for the med school exam now, but there are things that are just outside your comfort zone that you can start doing right now that aren't as intimidating. All right, because you can say, all right, I have to pass the MCAT. Before that, in order to do that, you have to go to college. In order to go to college, you need good grades in high school. In order to, because you gotta graduate high school with good grades. In order to do that, you probably have to do that homework you got last week that's due in a few days that you haven't done yet. Or you have to read that book that your professor or teacher said you should read. And those two things are things you can easily do. I'm sure people wouldn't consider that as part of the process of going to med school. Because it's like, why would I want to read this book I don't feel like reading? Why do I want to do this assignment I don't feel like doing? Well, you still want to go to med school. See, it's those little things that kind of like expand going forward. It becomes so critical. Like the smallest thing over time becomes really major. Because if you don't do that assignment, you might get bad grades, and if you get bad grades, you won't graduate high school, or even if you do graduate, you graduate with bad grades. So then you can't go to the college you want. Then maybe you're in college and you're not doing so well, and then you end up dropping out, and you can't go to med school, and then you just like drop med school, and then you believe that med school isn't good for you, it wasn't the right path. You believe that you weren't made for med school, and that's not true. Everyone has huge potential in them. It's insane. The fact is, no one is born special. Alright, people have aptitudes for things, I agree. There's some things you may learn faster than I do, and there's some things I'll learn faster than you. But doesn't matter what those are, you can still use anything you have to succeed in this world, to get up those dominance hierarchies, to become the best in whatever field that is. Schools try to kind of focus you in one direction. And by direction, I don't just mean go to school, get good grades and all that. No, they teach you, go to school, after school, college, get a job, work, retirement, and you're done. That is horrible. The school system has done a really bad job in actually, developing individual thinking and individual minds, great minds. And it's sad, but we really can't do anything about it because that's the best way we know now to educate people. That's the best of what we have, so to speak. It's not good, but it's the best we have right now. So, first thing is find where you are, find your comfort zone, and then start targeting things outside your comfort zone, just gradually. And as you do that and get better at it, your comfort zone starts increasing. Alright, till eventually you get to that level you want to be. The third thing is accept failure. You said you turned in a bunch of resumes and you didn't get accepted. Failure is part of it, but there are two types of failures. There are smart failures and there are stupid failures. Stupid failures are when you do the same thing and expecting different results. I mean, that is the literal definition of insanity. But smart failures are, you do something, doesn't work out, you look at it and see why it doesn't work out, and you're like, oh, maybe I can try this differently. And you try that differently, and alright, maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't work out, maybe something happens that's slightly different from what you did the first time. And you're like, okay, this might be a decent way to go, so change something else and see what happens there. That's how you improve. When you're judging yourself based on a standard, never judge yourself based on where you are right now. That's stupid. That is insanely stupid, because if you do that, you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to go anywhere. In order to get good at something, you have to start as a noob. You have to start as a beginner. You have to start as an idiot, basically, a fool. And if you don't start there, you can never become a master. So if you judge yourself based on where you currently are, anytime you start something new, you're always going to compare yourself to some weird standard that maybe experts at, or the people who've been doing that for a long time. You're going to compare yourself to them when you're just starting out, and you should be an idiot. You should be a noob when you're starting something new. If you compare saying that you're not as good as these people are, and you're just starting out, you're never going to go far, because it's always going to push down on you. to the point where you just, like you feel right now, that you feel that there's no point in trying. You're a noob. Accept that. Accept where you're at. Only once you do that, don't judge yourself based on where you are, but the potential of where you could be. They say it takes 100 hours to learn something and 1,000 to master it. If you want, judge yourself only after you've committed 100 hours to something. Everyone gets better at anything. It's not that hard to get good at things. If you're willing to put in the time, that's the hard part. To find time to dedicate to something, and I mean truly dedicate, not just half-ass it. Say, alright, I'm going to put 100 hours to improving, so you gotta have that mindset of improving in this field. And then from then on, just keep grinding, really. That's really what it comes down to. Find your comfort zone, expand that, and eventually you will get to where you want to go. I know you feel down right now, it's hard, you probably feel you're not at the level that you should be or want to be, and that's okay. That is fine, because that's where that's where you're at right now. That doesn't mean that's where you're going to be at tomorrow, or next week, or next year. Imagine where you could be, alright? If you spent, let's say you're doing your resume, alright? Gaining skills. If you spent, let's say, a year, or maybe even half a year, 6 months, dedicating yourself to improving in that field, we both know you're going to get better. Like, it's a rule of the world. You will get better. So, don't judge yourself based on where you are right now. Failure is inevitable. You have to fail to succeed. It's just how things are. So, I'm just going to go over all of it again. 1, be humble and find where you really are, and accept that. 2, when you find your comfort zone, slowly expand that, learning the things on the boundaries of your comfort zone, and eventually you get to where you want to be, that is. And then 3, accept failure. Failure is part of the process, because you're always gonna be a noob when you start out. Don't judge yourself based on that, because you're a noob. You're supposed to suck. Like, actually, you are supposed to suck at it. And then over time, as you get better, you suck less. That's just how life is. Trust me, if you keeping at it, you definitely get to where you want to be. Alright? Hope this helped you. Try to make this as fast as possible, because like right now, it feels like I can barely breathe. But it's whatever. Hope this really helps you though. If you want more help with stuff like this, like, hit me up on my website, theconfidentman.com. Read the article on comfort zone, read the article on purpose, and read the article on vision. Thanks for watching, and always remember, stay awesome, guys.